Hey everybody, 64 Studios 101.
And Toofin 12 here.
We're doing a commentary on the first episode of Chef Clownman.
Chef Clownman, you're hired.
Yeah, it still holds up fairly well, I think.
It's only a few months old.
The animation is good.
Yeah, it's still for a first episode, it's pretty
we'll
good.
We'll be pointing out all sorts of stuff. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so...
Is the intro, which we want to... I hope to always keep the intro the same. I don't want to ever change it.
I like the intro. It
does a good job setting up for the series is. I feel like the animation could be slightly better, but it works.
It definitely works. Sorry,
Yeah. Now, okay, yes. Now, the title card's terrible. Even at the time, I knew it was terrible, but I should have made it better, but it works.
The music that I compose for this stuff, it gets better after this.
Yeah, it's okay, though. The first scene is not particularly funny, but it does a good job setting up the series.
Yeah, and
it does a good job.
It lets you know.
And that's nice, the animation when Johnston lifts his arms. It's a bit obvious, the animation smear when he puts them down, but when he puts them up, it looks good.
Yeah,
I don't know why, since it's the same footage.
Johnson, of course, wears different... there's the Chef Meet and Greet cameo.
And this scene, it was not very funny, but and also his mouth is way too big, and the scene lasts way too long as well. And probably because, the first few lines we wrote like a good bit before it was aired, so and I think I improved as a writer since then. So that's probably why the first few minutes aren't quite as funny as the rest of the episode.
We started working on writing this months and months before we actually started animating.
Yeah, it's a shame I made his mouth so big. Yeah, I liked it. Okay, and he's talking about how much he loved working at the town cafe. It seems a bit like SpongeBob, I know, but yeah.
Yeah. So Maddie's just doing...
Look at his mouth. There's no line in the middle. It just sort of is a thick line on top.
Yeah. So Johnson, as I was saying, he has... In different episodes, he wears different stuff.
That was nice animation. I reused it for the Christmas special, and I hope to reuse it again.
I thought it was pretty nice. I think it's pretty cool that, most cartoon characters, always wear the same things, but Johnson doesn't.
I like that. Of course, Clownman always does.
Because Johnson is sort of, in some ways, super ordinary, your generic guy.
That was sort of the idea. I'm pretty sure that's why we did it that way.
Yeah.
So they're just talking now, and this scene was pretty funny. I'm pretty happy with this.
Yeah. So
when he's all like, I have to go to the town cafe, and okay, so okay. The difficult thing about this recording, we're doing it with the sound off, so it's sort of hard to match up the jokes perfectly. So there's not much to say. It's just. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, now he's walking out, and the camera ran out of batteries before I could finish the walking cycle, which is why I zoomed in.
It works, though. So we were going to record music, but we forgot. There's the boss who gets a way better voice.
Yes, here he does use my regular voice, exactly the same. Yeah, the Mystery of the Missing Hat. His voice massively improves because he actually has his own. It's not just exactly the same. Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it quite as much like Jameson as I wanted to, but because otherwise there's an overexposure sound, but it worked. I like this scene because it shows just how much Chef Clownman loves the town cafe. We sort of dropped that a bit in later episodes, but if the plot requires it, we can go back to him just being obsessed with it.
Yeah.
This is just a cartoon. Things don't always have to be consistent.
Also, of course, I believe this is the first reference we have in the show to Diet Dr. Cola, and we have...
this is a good scene. The animation is great.
Yeah, the music back there I called Eye of the Clown.
Yeah, and this scene I was pretty proud of.
It makes me hungry.
That's good.
It does.
And the reason I cut Chef Clownman was because I didn't really know how to animate him chewing.
Yeah. So now they're just talking.
Hired and...
He's talking about, you're hired.
Yeah, notice how he changed his position. That's pretty obvious, but it works.
Yeah.
And then I liked how it zoomed out.
This
and then...
There's the menu.
of course, the boss of Tao Cafe, I believe that's the first time in Chef Clement it didn't draw someone completely so they can be behind something. And yeah, that was good. The frame rate's a bit slow when it goes up,
I
unfortunately.
think
Yeah,
it's a funny sound effect, like,
yeah.
whoop.
And then I love how Johnson jumps up as well.
And then Clownman winks.
Yeah. This episode isn't as consistently funny as any of the later ones, but it's still good.
Mystery of them, well, pretty much any of the later episodes are better.
Yeah.
But
it's good for a first episode.
It's to be expected with a pilot. That's not quite as good.
Yeah, but it's still good, and I like to think people can still enjoy it. I like to think people would enjoy it, and I like how he stomps off.
I think that it's pretty enjoyable.
And, yeah, you might notice there's a sort of black speck. I don't exactly know what it is, but it keeps moving between... Okay, yeah, and here's the first sort of flashback sequence.
That's the first time I voice saw, so I just say no.
Yeah, that seems completely pointless, but I think it's funny, so
yeah.
I like it.
Originally, I was gonna compose some music for that. But
yeah, I almost wish you did,
yeah,
but I think it works without. The idea of that was to sort of look like the 80s, even though I highly doubt it is, but
yeah,
because it's judging by the timeline and stuff, but yeah.
Johnson is about the same as he does.
Yeah.
Now
Clown Man, he starts to. Now Clown Man, as you'll notice, the show which would later be called the Beat Rangers is called the Clown Rangers here.
Yeah.
And Beat Ranger. I mean, Clown Ranger sounds a bit more personalized for him, I guess, but Meat Rangers, I think, sort of sounds better.
Yeah.
I'm glad we changed it. But anyway.
Meat Rangers is better.
Yeah, so this whole thing is basically, of course, Johnson's trying to convince Clown Man to stop his job, and he won't. I feel like in later episodes, Johnson wouldn't be quite as obsessed with him as stop.
Yeah.
Like, he'd just be like, why does this have to be happening? Instead of, I must stop.
Yeah, Johnson, his character in the 6 episodes we have, his character is actually evolved.
Yeah. He starts out as a bit more of the more villainous of it.
Yeah, I mean, in this episode, in a lot of episodes, you can sort of sympathize with Johnson, but not in this one.
Not in this one at all. He sort of and okay, yeah, this scene. I mean, this one I just sort of came up with randomly. He wasn't thinking too hard, but it works.
But the animation with the ghost where he lifts his arm up,
yes,
that looks really nice.
Yeah, I just noticed they reuse that specific animation sequence a lot, but it works each time.
It
so
still looks really good.
it's the nature of Clownman to reuse animation sequences, and this one looks good.
So there's Johnson. He's on.
The wrinkles I didn't animate in a specific way. I just put them randomly on.
It actually looks really good.
Yeah.
When it lifts up. I feel like it looks really consistent.
I agree.
More consistent when we have the cow acting and stuff.
Yeah.
And great.
Probably. But this looks good. And
cow looks fine also.
Really, I love this animated sequence.
So, yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah. Once again, since we have the sound off, it's sort of hard to just talk about them moving your mouths, but okay, yeah, that looks even better. It's a faster frame rate.
I like it when
it works.
Yeah.
It works well.
And I find it amusing that Clownman interprets it as a prank, and so he decides to reward Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know who to reward. I went over a prank.
Chef Clownman.
Yeah, Clownman, exactly.
That's the nature of the clown.
Yeah. Clownman, I feel like when he turned this direction at first, like in these early episodes, it didn't look quite as good because I didn't paint the blue on that and this side, and it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I like this sequence. I thought it was funny. I like.
It's a shame he moved though. And nowadays I tape him
we
down.
forgot to take a picture of
the devil talking with the angel is there, so
that was also a shame because
that would be cool if they were both there, but yeah, it's really a shame he moves. Again, I'd tape him down now. But yeah, I like the Angel Johnson's design and the Devil Johnson's design, not quite as much, but I like
the voice is good for the
devil. His is better than the Angel Johnson's. But yeah, I like. This scene takes a while, but it doesn't feel too long. It's funny.
Yeah.
And I like the voice, and I like how they sort of argue with each other.
And it's and we actually used Sharpie instead of the water-based paint thing that we usually use to make it look see-through.
Yeah. We use that for pretty much anything see-through in the series, but I think this might be the first appearance. Obviously, we've done it for quite a while before in Chef Meet and Greet, but this was the first Chef Clownman appearance of that.
Chef Clownman. Yeah, this is...
Yeah. Okay, once again, it's hard to comment when you don't see anything happening.
Yeah, I mean it...
Okay, yeah.
Alright, here we go.
So, yeah, his burger disappears from nowhere.
That
looks bad, but...
You think it looks worse than I do.
Yeah, but...
When he eats.
Anyway, yeah, I like how I zoom in like that when he's thinking.
Yeah, that works really well. Now,
Zoom how kick him coming out, and
this
looks great.
This is and the sound in the background. It really sounds like it's a bunch of people.
And the people look like the movie. Like obviously, the animation isn't perfect, but it looks good for what it is.
It's a great showcase of animation.
The one thing that's a shame is that it doesn't last longer.
Yeah.
I wish it. Honestly, I'd be able to watch that thing for forever.
Yeah.
I should make a video that just has that animation over and over.
Yeah.
Because I just love it. I know most of you guys probably don't care about term animation, but I just love it. And I like this part where they're all excited about it, where they all love
Chef
cooking.
Chef
The Cheney Jaeger, they don't actually have any of his burgers. I should have put some of his burgers on the table.
It looks good.
It looks good, yeah. Also, the chair on the far right, maybe it could have had someone in it.
Yeah, I could see that.
But it looks good the way it is.
Then there's Chef Crabman. I think he's like, "Yay, I'm famous."
And then they start cheering more.
Yeah.
But one kind doesn't look that best in that close.
Originally, it would have.
It would have ended with Johnson saying, "I hate this town," but we decided to give Cloudman a sort of victory ending.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, the credit font, as you'll notice, it's a lot more of a generic font instead of Comic Sans MS, and the word credits isn't red and blue, which, in my opinion, the later credits are a lot better.
I agree, which we put in next episode.
And then the 64 Studios symbol, which we like.
Keep an eye out for the next Chef Crabman episode, and we might also do a commentary of episode 2 at some point.
Yeah. So thanks for watching.
Yeah.